Hey y'all, I hope y'all can actually see me. But if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. So, I guess today's just going to be like what happened today because I completely just started crying in front of my principal. Like, what? Okay, let me see if y'all can see me. So, I am going to work and talk, and I guess I'm only going to pray that you guys can really hear me because okay, this is too much. I hope not. Okay, I think it's good. It's in my necklace. I'm gonna take this off though. All right, y'all. So today, um, my principal was he calling everyone one by one because he wants to do a mid-year check-in, right? And I was like, okay, cool. That's actually real cool. I like that he does that and was doing that. So let me get the wipes. I'll keep talking. So then I signed up for today at 11:40. So he texted me and was like, okay, we're ready because I heard he was falling behind. So then I was like, okay, cool. So went in there and he's just asking, the questions. How's everything going? How would you describe the year? Um, what are you having problems with? How can we support you or help you more? Oh my gosh, I'm recording on the wrong phone. I don't know if that made a difference, but yeah. So then y'all know that video should be out by now of me telling y'all how everything has been. But pretty much, I'm going through some things right now. And I remember when I was in that, going through that, oh my gosh, it was really bad. Like coming to work and dealing with that, and your mental health is failing, and then not having, like, it was just so much to the point where I was just like trying not to cry at work. But, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm in the office, and I was like, yeah, I would describe it really I would describe it. I think it's overwhelming. I think it's a lot. The curriculum can be a lot. I was just like, it's overwhelming. He's like, how can we, you know, help and support you or whatnot? And I was just like, at the end of the day, I do feel like it's a first year teacher thing. I just always feel like I'm behind. I don't have everything I need. And I feel like even with everyone here on my YouTube, you guys told me, that's a thing. And even the other teacher I talked to, she told me it's a thing. You're always going to feel behind. She said you take it day by day. And she does what she can. And I was like, okay. But it's like living my life like that, y'all, is so exhausting and draining because being a teacher, it's like you're not just here to teach these kids and make sure, they're good for first grade. That would be awesome. But I have to also communicate with parents. I have to um, do things for the school. Like like today, I'm here because this late because we had a meeting just now, and first years have to do certain things. Like we had a whole teams with mental health training. I know you guys probably know about that, but then there's also like mentor teacher ESP. I can't remember what it's called. Um, ESP or something like that. We just came from that, and that needs to be due before they're like the first part needs to be due, and blah blah blah. You and your mentor teacher have to do XYZ. So it's like that, and then teaching the kids, and then curriculum is fully loaded. Okay, oh, it's a lot. So my principal basically. So this is how I started. The tears started because he was like, I have heard such great feedback about your class, and I heard how great you're doing. And I'm sorry because I feel like now, you know, because you're so good, and it's like we were able to like focus on pretty much like what really needs help. They were able to like put me in the back. He was able to put me in the back of his mind because I had everything. I knew what I was doing. Everything looked great from the outside. He kind of was apologizing for that because he was like, well, he said all I heard was good and positive things, and he's like, right now I'm feeling so bad and so guilty because I haven't, checked in, and then he was asking me like, what is your love language, and like, you know, what do you need? I need to figure out now what you need and things like that. Let me move the camera, y'all. So that had me, like when someone, I don't want to get emotional, but it's like such a, just so kind and wonderful when someone thinks of you and apologize for not being there and doing certain things that they should have and taking accountability. And it just had me in tears, y'all. I was literally like, why am I crying in this man's office? Like, like, why am I like literally sitting here crying in this man's office? And he was just like, you can stay. You don't have to, you don't have to rush and go. You don't have to leave or whatnot. Like, I can stay and cry in his office. And he had back-to-back meetings. The woman after me was already out there waiting. Hello. Bye. Okay. I hate when people come in when I'm filming. That's why I sometimes lock that door. But then, y'all, so then he kind of like taking accountability and saying sorry and da da da. And also keep in mind, like, I don't even think, I didn't expect that from him or whatnot. I didn't expect that from him. I know he's a principal. He has so much people at this school. So summer we like talked a lot, meaning like I was asking a lot of questions and messaging him on anything I needed. He was like there, whatever, the whole time summer. But when school started, I personally like backed up and stuff because it's, school starting. So I started depending more on, at this time, I had just met the lead teachers, the teachers, the kindergarten staff, and then we have a coach. So I leaned more on them and things like that. So I didn't, I don't feel like he's abandoned. Like, I don't feel any way about him personally, but he knows he likes to do those things. And I think that's what he was mostly like, he tries to be there in little ways that he can for different teachers. And I think he was basically apologizing for not really doing that with me. And he was saying, he was saying he knows I was telling him, yeah, I'm very slow to warm up, whatever. And he was like, do you observe people before? He was like, he was like, do you observe people before you talk to them or get close to them, whatever? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, okay, so what do you do after, you see that they're okay or not? And I was just like, I pretty much just still say hello and keep it moving. Like, I say hi and keep going. Period. Like, I always do. So then he was just like, so he apologized for that. And then, yeah, so he apologized. And then I kind of like, just kind of started crying when he was apologizing. But also, like, our coach, I guess they talked or not. She kind of came in and was like, oh, how was, she was like, oh, how was the meeting? And then I told her, and she was like, I don't know, I felt like she had a little bit of wetness in her eyes as well. I don't know if it was from my situation. I don't even know, but I feel like her eyes was kind of wet. She's so sweet and such a good person. Like, I love her. But another thing, y'all, another thing that was kind of stressing me out. Hold on. Hello? Hey, I thought you were coming home. I am. Yeah, so she kind, I don't know, but I was, I pretty much, yeah. So then we talked. She was like, anything, like if it's to reach out to a parent, or she's just like, they can support me in different ways or whatnot. But I'm just like, y'all do a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they really do. They're so helpful. I do feel so supported. I do feel I can go to them with anything and get help with anything. But sometimes, you know how you just don't know what to really ask for, and sometimes you just have to kind of go through that first year to like get that experience. I think with me, I'm like I'm very much to myself. I haven't found that other teacher that I click with like that. Like the other two teachers that work that does kindergarten here, the new ones that's basically doing everything I'm doing because they're new as well, but they're like 24 or whatnot. So I don't know. There's no clicking on that level of like, as coworkers, it's cool. But in the mornings when I come in, they're in a room and they also like sometimes talk about different people. They like talk about different people or whatnot. It's not like the most positive vibe, whatever. And then I have my kids in the morning, so I don't even stop in there because I have my boys. So I come in and then do whatever I need to do in here. And they're usually all gathered, not even gathered, it's just two of them plus her assistant. They're usually just gathered and yeah, but it's like it's not even like positive vibes in the mornings with them. It's it's a little negative. It is. It's a little negative. And I'm not gonna go in there because if I'm in your room, I'm not doing what I need to do in my room. Because when they're in there, she's doing stuff for her class. So why would I go in there and talk to you and I'm not doing what I need to do for my class just for the socialness? Like, no, not really. And then they're young and it's different. So the other teacher, I asked her just about anything. She helps me with a lot. She um she helps me with a lot, and I asked her a lot of questions, and she helped me. And then there's the other teacher. She seems super cool. Like we talked once before, but it just I don't see her a lot, y'all. I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess I don't really see anyone a lot, to be honest, unless we. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. She doesn't come when we all meet up at 11:15. When we all meet up at 11:15 and whichever class has PE and leaves and go outside, we meet in a class. She doesn't come often. And I think that's what it is with her. I don't see her often. So then it's just is what it is. Like I went to the Christmas party I was telling you all about. By the time I got there, I was a little late. They were already done decorating. They didn't need me. And it was a little frustrating too because like one, if you're in a committee and you're like, come decorate, blah, 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 why don't you have our numbers and text us or whatever, And that way too, if you already done decorating, you could also message us. Then I could have been like, on my way. You could have been like, oh, we're done. Whatever, communication and communicate. But it was just like, the time I got there, no one was there. And then it was way too far for me to go back home. So I kind of hung around. Um, got a good parking though. I ain't gonna lie. It was downtown and it was busy and nowhere to park or paying for parking. And I was like, thank God this man, he was leaving, coming from work and he was getting out of one of parking. He had to be a worker because it got to be an early worker that gets a parking like that. I was like, is this a free parking? He was like, yeah, I'm getting out right now. I was like, hook us up. But But yeah, y'all. So I don't see her often. I do talk to the other one often. I try to kind of stay closer to the lead, to be honest. But it's also funny because when I didn't know I was supposed to sign up for the meeting today, a second grade teacher, is she the lead of hers? I think she's the lead of second grade. She was like, they didn't tell you. Let me turn the camera. She was like, bring closer. She was like, they didn't tell you. It's so strange. All of their names are right here. Why? I can't believe they didn't tell you. Da, da, da. But again, I'm just like, they don't have to tell me. I just gotta actually open the email and read it. But y'all, the amount of emails that's being sent, and it's like, boom, 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 this, that, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, can we all just relax for a week? Everyone take a break, like. It's just a lot. I have two kids that's receiving intervention, and it's like the amount of paperwork that This man brought in this checklist. What is he? The coordinator or the director, whatever, of ESC and gifted, whatever. I'm just like, yo, oh my gosh. Like, when they say y'all not paying us enough for this, that is real. Y'all not paying them. Oh, and then my principal saying, oh, if it's financial, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, I mean, technically, I don't want to have to come crying to you about financial issues to get more money. Like, hit the sister. But praise the Lord. You know, the school got some money for being an A school, but for last year. So guess who did not get money? I did not, because it was all for last year. Which I'm like, oh, can't wait for next year. Give me some money. I think they got like 1,000 plus, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. They getting money over here. And then I guess every teacher is getting referendum. But anywho, I gotta go, y'all. I got dance. It's so weird talking away from the camera. But yeah, y'all. I will see y'all in the car because I'm late for dance. I'm sorry for the quality, y'all, but should I put my headphones back in? I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. What was I saying? Yeah, but I hung around, and then when I was there, I was going to go support the dance group, right? But I did message one of the dancers, and she told me they danced already. I mean, they danced. Is that my barber? I think that was my barber. The Christmas party was not giving. I have no one to buddy with. And that's the thing I was saying earlier about, I think maybe too, as a teacher there, maybe I'm just lonely. And again, I'm slow to warm up, so I'm not all in your face. I don't really need you to be all up in my face. I just need it to be like a good vibe. No negativity, but also like just cool. And yeah. So, and I think a lot of people too don't realize how much older I am. Like, a lot of people think I'm super young. First, I have natural hair. I'm not wearing makeup. But then you see two boys and I'll say something like, oh yeah, I've been married for 9 years. Everybody's like, wait, what? And they start calculating like, huh, how old your boys? And I'm like 6 and 8, and they're like, it's crazy to say I got a 6 and 8 year old. That's kind of crazy. But y'all, I think maybe too, it's like I'm kind of lonely too. I'm like by myself, and it's like you start a job. I didn't realize you start a job and then you don't have any friends at your job. I don't make friends easily because I'm just, if it's not something natural, I don't want it. You know, I don't need small talk. Like my principal asked me that too. He was just like, you know, guess I gotta just, you know, get to know who you are and what you like and stuff. And he was asking me about my love languages and asking me, like, do you not like small talk? Do you not like this? Because it's funny too, because in the hallway, if I do see him, I'll be like, I'll say hello. Sorry if it's loud too, y'all, I'm on our way. But it's like, I'm not the person to be like, hey, like if somebody's like, hey, how you doing? Be like, oh, I'm good. I'm not adding more to that, and then I feel awkward, and then I'm just like, how are you? Or even if it's like, hey, how you doing? I'll be like, I'm good. How are you? And then that's pretty much it. Whether they respond to that or not, but that's pretty much dead after that. It's so dead after that. But it's just like, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's something negative, if that's just like, okay, well, it's how I am, so it's just what it is. Or if it's just like, dang. Because even when I tell myself like, dang, Cheryl, like, why you like that? Why you need to change that? Like, you know, but it's like, it's not in me to be like that. And my sister is the same way. I think my brother's even the same way. Like, we just have a quiet side, and then we have a loud side. Both two of my sisters are little loud mouths. And I admire it too, because I'm like, I was telling my husband this even the other day, like, I love people that can just say whatever
and don't care what people think about them, or people that just say what they need to say, and that's that on that, or people that that's outgoing, and people that's just like a people person. And I'm just like, I love that, because I wish I was like that, and I'm not. And like now, being at the job, it's like I'm lonely. I'm by myself. I don't have that. I don't have that teacher friend. Even the other two teachers was like, they kind of going taking a trip together, and I was just like, wow, that's so nice. That's so nice. But maybe like my principal said, like maybe I really don't fool with small talk. I feel awkward as heck in small talk. Somebody like, hey, good morning, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, I'm good. Good morning, I'm good, how are you? Oh, okay. Like, but yeah, that's my little rant, y'all. While I drive my little butt home, I will see you all in the next video. I guess I'm a lonely crybaby. That's the takeaway. But no, it was a good meeting. It was good to be, I guess, recognized and, I don't know, seen. I feel like that's the proper word. But yeah, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all, so I was just telling Michael this, because not only did I cry in my principal's office, but to further my embarrassment, y'all. To further my embarrassment, I was asking him to print something out of his color printer, because he's the only one with a color printer. So meanwhile, this flash drive I use for my YouTube channel, because it can go on the iPhone, and then it's a USB. Okay? While we plug this in, in this video, it's in there. It's like right there. I cried in my the title and everything. I cried in my principal. And I'm like, take me away. I see this game. Yo, like, I'm so embarrassed.